We are going to decode the fine print on your favorite foods so you can eat clean, you can feel good, you can stop blaming your tight pants. Oh my gosh, all right, I'm just getting older. No, we're going to be talking about 5 foods that you need to just completely ditch in 2025. You don't need to ditch it because it's trendy. You need to ditch it because these are foods that are sneaky little culprits. They mess with your hormones, they mess with your gut, they mess with your cravings, they mess with your energy. Yeah, that's why you're so freaking tired. You're listening to Wake Up and Read the Labels, your guide to eating simple and feeling good. If you want to eat clean and feel your best, guess what? You're in the right place. Each week, we talk about ingredients that may be holding you back from feeling your best. We also talk to some brands that are going against the grain and actually using real ingredients we can recognize. Plus, we're sharing stories with people who are just like you, who actually woke up and read the labels. Hey y'all, welcome back to Wake Up and Read the Labels. My name's Jen Smiley, and a lot of people are always messaging me, hey Jen, what food should I get rid of? What foods should I, be taking the most action on? Well, we are going to decode the fine print on your favorite foods so you can eat clean, you can feel good, you can stop blaming your tight pants on, oh my gosh, all right, I'm just getting older. No. We're going to be talking about 5 foods that you need to just completely ditch in 2025. Are you wanting to eat better, but this clean eating thing's just a bit overwhelming? Maybe you just don't know what to cook, or you don't know how to find the clean product swaps at the grocery store. Well, I want to make this simple for you. You can get clean swaps and an anti-inflammatory recipe delivered to your inbox every Saturday by going to thelabelletter.com. Now, you don't need to ditch it because it's trendy, okay? You need to ditch it because these are foods that are sneaky little culprits. They mess with your hormones, they mess with your gut, they mess with your cravings, they mess with your hormones, they mess with your energy. Yeah, that's why you're so freaking tired. Now, let's go ahead and dive in. This one's controversial. I know, but we're going there. I'm talking about LaCroix. I always tell people if America's doing it, guess what? It's not good for you. LaCroix, I like to call, also known as sparkling deception. I know, because it's bubbly. They make it super cute. It's in everyone's fridge. You're bringing it to the beach. You have it on the sidelines at your kids' games. It's in your car. It's on your desk. But here's what they don't tell you. LaCroix, like even if you read the ingredients, LaCroix has been found to contain PFAS. I can't even pronounce what that is. It's like polyflora, something. It's really weird, but it's short for, hey, this is a can of sparkling chemicals, okay? Forever chemicals. These guys hang out in your body forever. It literally takes forever to get rid of it. And so if you're drinking it all the time, it's really hard. Now, you can stop drinking it. You can do things to detox it, right? But these things are hanging out in your body forever. They mess with everything. They mess with your hormones. They mess with your thyroid. They even suppress your immune system. Yes, it's in your sparkling waters. Yes, it's in your wrappers of your fast food restaurants. It gets excreted into your food when it's heated. So when they put that hot burger in that wrapping, yeah, it gets there. So while you're sipping for that, like, oh, this is so clean, I'm drinking flavored water, you're actually drinking something that's dirty in disguise. Now, what do you swap it out with? You can get, if you want sparkling water, you can get Mountain Valley sparkling water. Okay. There's no forever chemicals in it. However, I tell people that I read once, I think it's like two-thirds of adults have overgrowth of candida in their belly. Candida is yeast and it naturally occurs, but sugar, the standard American diet, and carbonation actually feed the yeast. And when the yeast is fed, it is an overgrowth of candida, which makes you bloated. Okay. So how do you reduce that? You can check out something called Candida Stat. I'm not a doctor, so do your own research, but I can tell you that my doctor once tested me for Candida. We went through Vibrant America testing labs, and it's either, on a spectrum of like red is too much, yellow is, hey, you got to do something about this, green is you're good. I was like right at green and yellow. And so she goes, why don't you just take some candida stat and see what happens? And it's like all these natural herbs. So I took it for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, belly was completely flat. I mean, sometimes I eat some things with coconut sugar. Sometimes I eat some things, some chocolate with cane sugar, things like that. So it made such a difference for me. So I highly recommend you getting a candida chat test, checking out candida stat, and doing things that help promote less candida in your belly, right? So stop drinking sparkling water, just drink regular water, put some lemon in it or something like that. With that being said, I would, if you're going to drink sparkling water, obviously do it without the forever chemicals. Cool? All right. Next up, nut pods. This is the creamer that's faking it. Let's talk about the innocent looking plant based creamer. Nut pods uses something called dipotassium phosphate. Would you actually reach in your pantry or your refrigerator and grab dipotassium phosphate, put it in a spoon, pour it in your drink? Probably not, right? What is it, Chin? It's basically a synthetic emulsifier that keeps everything perfectly blended. So, a lot of people notice when they turn to natural creamers like Milk or Three Trees or Elmhurst, and you put it in your coffee, that it'll kind of disperse and you can see the almonds on top or the cashews on top, and it creates this like nutty looking paste almost on top. That's the way that these dairy free creamers should perform. This is natural, okay? How do you overcome that? Stick it in a frother. You can get the hot or cold setting. So if you're looking for iced coffee, if you're looking for hot coffee, do hot or cold set and pour it on top, okay? Real cream should separate. This fake blend with dipotassium phosphate, you guys, that stuff is bloating you. These emulsifiers inflame you. It leaves you wondering why you're constantly snacking. It's because of these fake ingredients that are sending your body on this roller coaster, okay? Plus, nut pods throw in things like gums and preservatives. Now, some stuff out there that is considered clean in the Read the Labels app may have a gum in it, but that's because no other alternative has one without it, right? But when you have creamers without gums and without preservatives, those are the ones you're looking for. Those are accessible and available. So these gums and preservatives are put in there in order to give the creamer this kind of silky mouthfeel, but it's really just a disguise for inflammation. Let's be honest. So if you're wondering, hey, why are my pants tight? Why are my cravings screaming? You got to look at your creamer, y'all. You got to wake up. You got to read the labels. The third food you should avoid in 2025, veggie sticks. Spoiler alert, there are barely any veggies. Let me save you the disappointment, okay? These ultra processed sticks contain barely any vegetables. What are you really eating? You're eating a mix of seed oils. You're eating additives, you're eating preservatives that alter your gut microbiome, which means, hey, let me grab some inflammation. Hey, let me have cravings all day. And yes, let's have a higher risk of disease. They're crunchy, sure, but so is styrofoam. Doesn't mean we should eat it, right? Now, let's dive into a little bit the veggie sticks, why you're eating them, what you can swap them out for, and why could this increase my inflammation? Why could this increase my risk of cancer? When you eat foods that your body does not recognize or foods that are promoting inflammation, right? Seed oils are high in omega 6s. Seed oils promote inflammation. Additives and preservatives promote inflammation. They're changing the gut microbiome. They're literally like killing good bacteria and feeding bad bacteria in your belly. And then a whole host of diseases are available to you then. So when that happens, inflammation goes up. When inflammation goes up, your risk of diseases and cancer go up, okay? Look at Lesser Evil. That's a really good brand. Not all of them are clean, which again is why you should use the Read the Labels app to scan it and see if it's clean or not clean. You want the basic things, but that's a better alternative for chips. Siete is another alternative. Tatamata is another alternative. There are a few out there. So use the app to check that out. Okay. Clean eating is confusing. Let's make it simple. I got you covered with my new Read the Labels app. Just head to the App Store, search for Read the Labels app, and start scanning your groceries to see if they're clean or not clean. Number 4 that we want to avoid in 2025 is Chobani yogurt. This is basically grass-fed dreams. It sounds healthy, it looks wholesome, but here's the catch, you guys. Unless it is organic, those cows are likely eating wheat, corn, and soy from a GMO crop. Okay, AKA inflammation on a plate, or we can say inflammation in a cup here. These grains that they're eating are GMO and it makes the cows gain weight fast, right? And guess what? That weight gain passes on to us. We are what our cows eat. It's important to know if you're going to be eating some yogurt from a cow, you need to know exactly what that cow is eating. I suggest you try coconut yogurt as your clean swap. Okay. There's a lot of coconut brands out there, coconut June. There is Kalina, there is coconut Colt. Those have live-in probiotics in it. What I mean by that is a lot of these yogurts on the market, you think, oh, it's got billions of probiotics, billions of live in probiotics. Oh, it's good bacteria. You're hoping for that, right? But they actually pasteurize it after they put the bacteria in there and it kills most of it. Plus, the casein protein in this conventional milk inside of most of your yogurts, the casein protein, it is super hard to digest. Doesn't matter if you're lactose intolerant or not, odds are you're getting bloated from your yogurt. So, if your yogurt leaves you bloated, if it leaves you sluggish, if you're just craving more, it's not you, it's the cow's lunch, if you know what I mean. Number 5 is Dave's Killer Bread. It's not the hero you thought. It's got seeds. But guess what? The grains, the whole wheat, you got to look at that. Peel back the label. Here's what you find all that wheat and gluten loaded with omega 6 fats. Those omega 6s spike your inflammation. The grains in this bread are processed so fast that your body doesn't even recognize them. You do not have the enzymes to break down all of the gluten, how it's made here in America. Europe's breads, they fermented slowly. We here in America, we rush it. What's the result? You eat a slice, your blood sugar spikes, 2 hours later, you need a nap, and then another slice. Oh, you're like, but it has seeds, Jen. It's got seeds. Dave's Killer Bread is seeds. That's at the very end of the ingredients. This is basically gluten in disguise with a halo and a cape. With that being said, my favorite bread is Pasha. You can use the code Wake Up. I think it is just Wake Up. Let me see. It might have a number. Let me go find it for you guys. Pasha. Use the code Wake Up, okay? It will give you 20% off. Why is Pasha the best bread in the world? First of all, you want to find breads from the freezer because one, they don't put a nitrous oxide into the bag, okay? There are no preservatives used, which is why you need to freeze them. That's a good thing. But they're made with two simple ingredients. It's organic, it's sprouted, which means it's easier to digest. So they remove the phytic acid from it. And it is self fermented. So they let it soak in water. That is just water. Okay. And it gives it this kind of sourdough flavor, but it's fermenting it. So it's easier to digest. It's breaking down the enzymes. Buckwheat is high in B vitamins. It's also very low glycemic, so it doesn't spike your blood sugar. And it's very good for you. It's a really good superfood, okay? And it tastes good. I always tell people you can't eat it as bread, you got to toast it. In some of my label letter where I share anti-inflammatory recipes once a week in your inbox, go to thelabelletter.com. I have multiple ways that you can enjoy your pasha bread, just different toppings ideas, different sandwiches, things like that. But that's going to be your best bread on the market. Look, this isn't about fear, okay? It is about food freedom. It's about label freedom. The more you know, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the easier it is to say no to crap that's just been marketed as healthy. If you're ready to swap out these foods and actually feel better in the next 24 hours, you can go grab my free guide at freemorningguide.com. It is going to show you a clean bread, a protein, and a milk, okay? There's no chemicals, no confusion. It's just real food that works, you guys. Until next time, wake up and read the labels and choose better. Thanks for listening to this episode of Wake Up and Read the Labels. If you like this episode, guess what? We want you to share it. We'd love that. Share it with a friend and leave us a review. You can subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or really wherever you're listening to your podcast. For more information, visit us at wakeupandreadthelabels.com.